Welcome to Who Are You Wearing, the fashion podcast that's not really about clothes. I'm Alice, and like any self-respecting fashionista, I take a lot of inspiration from the world of drag. So of course, I am a massive Drag Race fan. Now my guest today is one of my Drag Race UK ultimate favourites, though it does help that she is Scottish too. She is fabulous, she is classy, and she makes all of her own outfits. It's the one and only Chanel O'Connor. Chanel, welcome to the dressing room.
Well, thank you so much for having me. It's such a beautiful space. Is this garment available? Can I get this in a large, please?
I find it really funny that I've just in my nice little gash you up intro been talking about how you make your own clothes.
And today I decided to wear a dress from a designer,
Okay.
Yeah, today was one of those days so I've started to try and elevate. And one thing you have to do when you're so busy and like time is like a constraint, I've hired a stylist. So this is Dolce & Gabbana.
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought Dolce & Gabbana was cancelled. I thought we hate them.
This is Vivienne Westwood.
It's given Vivienne. It's given
so
Vivienne.
I
Yes.
know. Thank you. It was a lot of money. I was with me and Viv. I know she's away, but I speak to so many of the people on her behalf, and they just adore me. So I pleaded them. I said, "Listen, can you do me a dress?" And I think she did a really good job.
What are we calling this fabric?
They told me it was silk. They told me it was a silk. I think it's a new kind of silk. It's really warm. It's really warm. So I don't know. It's a heat insulative silk. I don't know, but it's it cost me. Can I say this? It cost me £16,000.
£16,000.
£16,000. And the stylist was like, "You'll look amazing," and I think I look amazing.
Well, I mean, not to say you've wasted your money, but I have seen something very similar in Home Bargains for $1.99, and you get 16 of them. But
in a roll, in a packet.
Yeah.
Who would have thought? Oh my god! No, the crack is. Drag. We're here to talk about drag, aren't we, darling?
Yes.
We're here to talk about the fabulousness that is drag, but also the showmanship. Like, I'm sat here in a literal bin bag.
Yes.
Because it doesn't matter what you wear. It's the person inside. That's what counts.
It's the person inside, but beyond the schmaltzy stuff, I think it's also more about the showmanship.
Oh
and
my God.
creating a world. And if you were making me think you're wearing Vivienne Westwood with some YSL earrings, I clock them.
Thank you.
Little
thank
Chanel
you.
necklace maybe.
Absolutely.
But you're actually just sitting out of a $1.99 bin bag.
Bin bags. You know what I mean? I honestly was like this. We're going on a fashion podcast. How many people can sit there and tell them about I'm wearing it, you're wearing it, you're wearing it? Whereas my skill is I'm a seamstress.
Yes.
So, I don't have to sit here and pull up my track record, but I've done so much fabulous work. I was so proud of all the stuff I made on Drag Race. And even my big claim to fame was I made a lot of Lawrence's. Lawrence Chaney, our reigning supreme Empress of Scotland, the winner of UK Season 2. I made a lot of her outfits. So it felt amazing to see that on the big screen.
Yes.
And then for the longest time I was like, I want to go on the big screen too.
Of course.
I want my shot at going for the Drag Race crown, please. And did I get it? No. But did I get a hemorrhoid from the experience? Yes, I did.
Did you give it a very good go?
Oh my God.
Yes.
I gave it a go. And I think, look at my life. Look at your own life and understand. Just say yes. Just go. If an opportunity's in front of you and you want to do it and you want to go up to it, just go, yes. What's the worst that can happen? You could be sat in a bin bag in one of the hottest days in Edinburgh.
Literally.
Right now.
25
it is boiling.
degrees.
It is boiling.
But you know what? Real superstars commit. And you have done that.
I should be committed. I should be committed to the Loch Gilpid Insane Asylum. But we're here and I'm happy to be here. Because at the end of the day, I am a vision for people to look to for escapism, entertainment, to be inspired, but also to just let them have a laugh.
Yeah.
I really hope that people that are listening are just going to have a wee giggle and enjoy what we speak about today. So there it is.
I mean, I know Chanel's drag very well. I feel like I know you quite well. But for people that are somehow not Drag Race fans and have not seen your work or not seen you at all these venues across Scotland, can you just tell us, who is Chanel O'Connor?
So, I am a character drag queen. That is the heart of it. I grew up inspired a lot by like Lily Savage, Dame
Yes.
Edna, a lot of these like character drag queens that also this inspired by strong women in TV shows.
Yep.
Like River Song and Doctor Who. I was fully there
Yeah.
like, she is a strong and powerful woman. I want to do that too.
Yes.
Even Lady Penelope from the Thunderbirds. I
Yep.
adored her and was like, loved her car. Anyway, so it all kind of came to an amalgamation, and I come from a drama background. So I went to the Royal Conservatoire of Scotland and I did Saturday classes at a camp all the time. And during that time, I discovered you could play, like you could just like play and pretend, and then it came to this point where I was like, I can create a character. The character is going to be this rich woman that operates in circles you've never seen before. There's like, I say this, Chanel is like an 18th century witch
Yes.
that has never died and
Okay.
is continuously living at the same age, but just excelling at everything she does and like operating like, I know the Illuminati, you know? Chanel has seen where the bodies are buried. Chanel has some of the most fabulous yachts in all of Saint-Tropez. And I also circumnavigate on the globe with a train that is powered by fairy dust.
Well, what I love about like your social media is like all of your Instagram posts is you just tell these like not ridiculous, sorry, these tall tales.
Totally,
Very real.
100% real anecdotal stories with my life.
No, but
like,
it's that character, and it's like, I'm not shading Look Queens or some people I see and I'm like, why don't I look like you? But you bring like a narrative and a
my God,
backstory and just a bit of silliness.
And listen, it gets me into trouble sometimes because so sometimes I tell these far off lies. So one of the things about Chanel is she hails from Austrian royal family.
Okay.
Now accidentally married a royal. Next thing you know, she's in the family. It was 18th century, you know, there was a coup. I had to hide in a shed for a couple of weeks. It was fine. Anyway, thus, like when I go to shows, sometimes they say the Austrian princess or the countess or whatever. And I was at this show once, and there was German people in the audience.
Oh, okay.
And they were like, they fully came up to me and they were like, they just spoke Austrian German to me.
And you're like,
I was like, and I just had to like nod along that, and then I had to be like, guys, I have no idea what you're saying. The whole thing is a bit, it's a character, it's a lie. Please. And they were like, you look very beautiful. I was like, well, yeah, I already know that.
Yeah.
So it was a waste of time. So.
But so you're maybe not Austrian, but where you are from, which I think is really interesting, is Butte.
Oh my God, yes.
And I mean, beautiful place. Not the first place you think of when you think of drag.
Oh my God, yeah.
And what I think is really incredible though is like over the past few years, I mean, aside from what you were doing before Drag Race, but after Drag Race as well, you've been taking not only your own drag, but these incredible queens to Butte. Like, how has that experience been?
You know, like when I did Drag Race and I went away and I understood that, like, you know, the experience I experienced and what I did, I was like, I need to bring home to Butte. I need to show the people of Butte that, like,
Yes.
we exist, queer people are here. And my favorite thing about when we go back to Butte and I bring these shows there is the love and support, from the community. And it's like, I already am a very well-known individual in Butte due to the fact that my mother was the headmistress of the school.
Okay.
So, you know,
She had a reputation.
She had a reputation. So when I come along and I'm running around in dresses and causing a fuss and I don't know, there was the longest time I just worked in Edinburgh and I worked in Manchester and I never brought drag back. But I thought, I've been on the biggest drag stage you can in the UK. It is about time that I was very scared. I was very scared when I first brought it back. And when I was able to go, right, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. I get such anxiety sometimes coming back to it. But the joy after of seeing all of these amazing people who want to come out and support is so worth it. It's so, so, so worth it.
And I think there's maybe a misconception that people in really rural locations aren't going to be accepting or they're not going to get it. And that's just been like the opposite of your experience, hasn't it?
Oh my God, completely. Like, Butte has a pride, but also Butte has been nominated for... Someone Google this. Is it Town of Culture or City of Culture?
Oh, town. It's not a city.
I know, but sometimes they say these titles. They call me a woman sometimes, and I just take it. But Town of Culture.
Yes.
They've been nominated for Town of Culture, and I love it. And that's the vibe that, like, they deserve that because it is such an accepting community, as well as these places I go to, like the Highlands. I was in Oban for a wedding, and it was just so beautiful to be there. And I was around some of my queer folks down there, and we feel accepted in these places, even though the narrative is
Yeah.
that you're going to be chased out with pitchforks and maybe burned at the stake.
Yeah, like prejudice is a choice. It's
Absolutely.
real communities are not like, you are part of the community.
And people who make that active decision to do better in life and just go, that's someone living their life, having their best time. I'm going to accept it for what it is. Let's love them regardless, is the best thing you can do as a community. And listen, you always can't look as fabulous as me. I know a lot of the hatred comes from jealousy.
Yeah.
That I'm sitting here in a, can I swear?
Yeah.
In a fucking bin bag. And I just feel the vibes. I feel the vibes. And I think confidence, if you have confidence in your life, you don't have to be thinking about anybody else. You just need to worry about yourself, darling.
Totally. Something I have really been trying to tell myself is like, why do we worry about people whose lives we're not jealous of? Like, if I don't want to be you, why would I worry what you think about me? Because this is what I have to do to get my life. And you're literally a walking embodiment of that.
Like, real talk, I got the train through here. I stay in the south side. I shan't reveal the location. And vibe is, I got the train through today, and sometimes you just have to sit on the train in makeup and do your thing, because I need to get from A to B. I need to live my life. I need to do my thing. And I'm not concerned or worried that somebody doesn't like that or somebody doesn't agree with it. They genuinely just have to get on board, because we're not going anywhere anytime soon.
Yes, 100%. But to kind of segue from bin bag to your sewing skills, I just think it's incredible that you are such a talented seamstress designer. Like,
Thank you so
you see people on Drag Race and like, they're trying.
Oh,
you're gifted.
They're
like,
trying.
what is your how did you even start designing clothes and making clothes?
So I'm dyslexic, and with being dyslexic, you have to think of solutions in a different way. So I sometimes have to, my brain, the way that I can kind of come to an idea or come to a conclusion, I might just take the scenic route. So when it comes to sewing and it came to design, I was very good at like design at school. So then I kind of caught a knack for like sewing. I liked clothes. I looked into costume. I looked into theatre. And like for me, I was like, okay, to get to that, originally I wanted to be a costume designer. That was my original.
Which arguably you are.
Yes, but for just one character.
Yes.
But then I do get these amazing opportunities sometimes. So I have designed for costume. I've done stage. I've worked with the National Theatre of Scotland. I have also worked with Creative Electric. I have worked with like some amazing theatre companies and amazing people in my time. But it all came from me just going to college and me just starting off a little course 3 days a week where I learned how to do sewing and cordonal.
And was that the first time that you were physically like learning?
Yeah,
to
I was
sew?
learning how to sew. Like there was a sewing machine at school that I used to play around with and maybe make cushions with. But I didn't really know. But the second I went to college, I was like, tell you this, second day I cried because I was like, I can't do this. I'm not as good as these people
Sewing
here.
is so hard to
And
start with.
Absolutely. It's such a like, you just have to commit.
Yeah.
Do it, test yourself, put yourself through it. And I've now been sewing for 11 years.
Wow.
And like I nowadays have worked on wedding dresses, finale gowns, suits. I've done curtains, I've done cushions, I've done so many fabulous things. I've done stage, I've done theatre, I've done drag. I feel like I'm ticking a lot of the boxes that like baby Connor would have like been like, I can't believe you're doing this.
Totally.
And it feels amazing sometimes.
But what about when you are not Chanel and you are Connor? Like, are you ever making Connor outfits as well, or do you purely do like sort of female focused outfits?
Like I trained in bridal and evening wear.
Wow. Okay.
So my degree is in that. So we didn't learn much of suiting. You do a couple of bits. So there has been times I have whipped up things for Connor, but a lot of the things is like it's my big thing right now is interiors. So I do interior design as my boy job.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So this place is
I feel like I'm about to get red.
looking lovely. And the vibe is that like I use my skills in sewing to produce beautiful curtains or beautiful cushions or reupholster a chair or reupholster do bits with it.
Yay.
So I do sew for Connor, but I sew for Connor in his own home space so that it's beautiful, it's perfect, and I just feel so amazing when I'm at home.
I love that. I feel like that's a really nice way to bring Chanel into your day-to-day life. Like she's always around you. She's always here.
Oh my god. Well, she influences a lot of like the fabulous things I do or the fabulous things I got up to. Like the job I work at right now, we work with some brilliant hotels and beautiful spaces that like, see, when I get in there, I pinch myself sometimes and I go, oh my God, Chanel owns this hotel. And then start making up a story in my head that then influences maybe a story I tell on a mic at a club, or maybe something I say in an Instagram caption, or like sometimes I'm really sneaky and I just go to like places that are so beautiful, take pictures to make it look like, I don't know, I freshly, like I used to do this all the time with sneak on like the Flying Scotsman or these first class trains,
Sneak on
and take pictures if they're like at the station. Sometimes you can like sneak on and just pretend like I'm staying there. Oh my God, thank you so much for having me.
See, when you were sneaking on, were you doing it dressed in drag?
Oh my God, no.
Because that
I'm
would
sat
be
there
like
like
ninja
imagine. No, but you're just being very sneaky and you kind of operate. Probably shouldn't have said that on the mic, but I love it. But the vibe is that like, no, this is the truth, darling. We can convince you. I'm a compulsive liar, and I've done it for years. It's got me into a bit of trouble sometimes, but that's besides the point.
It's got you places too.
But it's also got me places. Sometimes you have to walk in a lot of situations, and even if you think you can't do it, lie to yourself and go, no, you can do this. Because I was once that boy who was on an island and was told, you can't do that. You can't do sewing. You'd have to go off the island to go and do that. We don't do that in art school. In art, you know, in art class, I asked, can I make a dress? And they said, no, we don't have the facilities here to do that and teach you that. And I went, okay, I'm going to go and learn how to do it. I'm going to find somewhere where I can do it. So sometimes I think you have to follow the path that you want to do. Like, what's the harm? See what happens. Give it a go.
But I also really love how honest you've been, and that you're saying like, I do have a boy job and I still do drag, but I have other stuff. And I think there's a thing with reality TV, and especially a show like Drag Race, like you were literally on the biggest screens, the biggest podium, but then you come back to Earth.
My name is in every single men's gents toilets saying Chanel O'Connor gives a good blowy. And I can't get fuck all from that. But what I can get is sometimes the ability to know you go up there, have those experiences, and sometimes you need to come back down to earth and understand, I need a job too, girl. I want to live my life with being able to remember the amazing things I did in my past, but also have beautiful things to look forward to in the future.
In fact, we are going to have to talk a little bit about Drag Race.
Let's do it.
My first and most important question, what does RuPaul smell like?
Oh my God. I'll say this. We were never that close proximity to ever smell her or get near her.
Really?
Honest to God.
In the workroom, you're like...
In the workroom, we're a table apart, but that's maybe 2 meters.
Yeah.
So the only person who got close enough to even smell or touch RuPaul was Charity's mum, who completely misunderstood that when, you know, they're doing the makeover challenge, that she was the makeover guest to be done up by Chara. And I love Chara's mum, she's an icon. But she literally walked in and went, oh my God, and just gave RuPaul a hug.
Oh, I love that.
And gave RuPaul a hug. So she's the only one of our cast to actually have physically touched RuPaul or even smell him. And I just love that. That's beautiful.
I love that I probably know RuPaul as well as you know RuPaul, and I have never met RuPaul.
Well, I'll say this, the fun thing is, you know, when cameras are changing or where lights are having to get switched and you're standing there, she does talk to you. She says beautiful things. And one story that never made it to the edit, but I always love to kind of talk about, is there was one dress I wore that honestly wasn't my favourite, but Ru was like, who made that dress? I was like mid talk, and then we went, Chanel, who made that dress that you wore yesterday? What did you wear? And I went, oh my God, I made it myself. She went, it's one of the most beautiful dresses I've ever seen. I love the shape. I loved how it fit you. It just was like supreme. It was gorgeous. You'd be so proud. And I sat there and I was like, I can go home now. I was like, I could pack my bags. I'm good. I've got like a beautiful piece of like oh, it just hit me when I like, so sometimes you get those moments during that the praise that you deserve as an artist was so beautiful to have.
And it's almost more special because it's not for the cameras.
Not for the cameras, it's for me. Completely. And listen, if, you know, half the time some stuff doesn't make to edit and all that kind of stuff, but honest to God, I had some of those amazing moments of my life. And even it's the time you're there is hell, yes, but it's the time after that you then get to spend with your amazing castmates, or meet all these amazing people who come up to you and just have such wonderful things to say. And it's pinch me moments, honestly, sometimes. And I appreciate it.
But after you finish recording, because it's recorded, like January, February, and it goes out September.
Yes.
That is a long time. And you can't tell anyone. You've had this life-changing experience.
But I'm a compulsive liar, so it was easy enough for us. Oh my God, let me tell you this. So, all my friends lied. It was great. All my friends were just lying, saying, because I lived in Manchester at the time, they were like, oh, Chanel's up north. Her mum's retired. My mum genuinely did retire at that same time. Convenient. So we were saying, oh yeah, she's away on a cruise. Chanel's on a cruise. And I'm already quite good at not being terribly like showing everyone what I'm up to on social media on a personal way. So people were like, oh my God, yes, she's on a cruise. That's fine. And it was only until like 2 weeks of me not even responding on my phone. Yeah. People were like, this cruise ship is going on for a very long time.
It's a round the world cruise.
It's a round the world cruise. No signal when you're in the deep Antarctic oceans, you know, darling.
Thing is, you're such a good liar. You could have just said, I'm on Drag Race, and people would be like, oh
shut up.
She's on Drag Race. Maybe you should have just double bluffed it.
I don't know. Because also people were so waiting for a Scottish Queen to go on. Yeah. That see, every year it was like we were just waiting to hear a little bit of gossip, a little bit of a rumor here, a little bit of thing here. So I had to be very careful that like if I was going to tell anything, it would be like, I've just done something very exciting recently and I can't wait to see when it comes out. I would keep it really like, wouldn't tell many people, you know, my nearest and dearest. I told them everything and they were like, Chanel, fuck. It's going to be a wild ride because I'm the nicest person. I'm such a like chill vibe. So when I told them, like, by the way, I was fighting in there. I was telling girls.
You got the villain edit.
I got the villain edit.
Were you happy with that? Like, were you happy with how you were portrayed on the show?
At times, no. Yeah. But the reality is I have no control.
Yeah.
I have no control. I was told this by many people who've been through the experience before. They were like, Chanel, because I reached out to a few people, you know, people like Gothy, Lawrence, people from season 3. Like I would sometimes catch these moments with people and just talk to them about it. And they just were like, listen, that camera and the editing crew, they don't work for you, baby. They work for someone else.
It's true. They're
going to put together a story and you just have to ride the wave. So I ride the wave I did.
Well, I think you rode that wave very well. What are you up to now in Chanel's world? What's Chanel been doing? I've seen you at all sorts of events, all sorts of sparkly dresses.
Yes, I honestly, for me, just have fun. Everything I move into and I go into, I just go into it with an attitude of like, you know, whatever happens from this, I'm going to see what we get, see what we go to, and see how many things I can steal.
And see how many $16,000 bin bag dresses I could keep buying.
It's actually going up in price because I've sweat in it, so now it's $42,000. $42,000 dress.
Buy it only on OnlyFans.
Absolutely, you can indeed. I just do stuff that I like. Honestly, if it's new opportunities, if it's new things, I'm doing a fringe show, doing a bit of acting with that.
Are you?
Yeah. It's called Mother Maiden Crone.
Okay.
And the vibe is, it's kind of a biopic epic of gay life in Edinburgh, but told through William Shakespeare.
Oh, I actually have seen this advertised.
Yes.
Didn't realise you're in it.
I'm in it in like a cameo kind of capacity, but I just love just doing little things, little bits, little things. And my vibe is, as much as it's important to look after Chanel, it's really important to look after Connor.
Yes.
So from now, I kind of prioritise a lot of time with friends, my family, and also my job, like, because I love what I do. Yeah. So that's it.
Well, to finish off, I have something called the quick change round, where
I mean, do I need to get out?
You're already a pro at this. Just ready? Some questions. If you give me your first answer that pops in your head, so we can get to know you and your wardrobe a bit better.
I feel so sorry for the sound, guys, because I'm like,
it's ASMR.
Oh my god. These pearls, these diamonds, these gorgeous dresses.
Well,
anyway,
ASMR dress. Okay. What are you wearing when you want to feel your absolute best?
A suit. I think you can buy a house with a suit. I think you can rule the world in a suit. Yeah. And I also think, like, even if you're doing like a suit jacket, and like, I love, my combo is also black. I think if you're in black,
interesting,
you can look scary. You can look professional. Also, you can look cunt.
Almost everyone has said suit, which I find really interesting.
Wow.
Okay. What is one item of clothing you will never throw away? Which is quite ironic given today's outfit.
I have a nightgown. Now, I bought this nightgown on the Isle of Lewis with some of my best friends when I was up there visiting. And I take it to every show. It's the thing I wear when I'm running around and I'm getting ready. And I just love it for how it's just so basic, so simple, does the job. And I love it for the memories of it as well.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Cute. Okay. What is the most you thing in your wardrobe? The most Chanel thing that Chanel owns?
Oh my God. I'm going to say my color of hair. Wigs, wig-wise, I think as a drag queen, you are a brand.
Yeah.
And you need to always be in a kind of like recognizable state. You know, like Lauren's, they're always going to be in a purple. For me, I was always in ginger hair. And
it's such a specific ginger, and I really love
pumpkin spice is the color, is the signature color. And honestly, I would say it's my color of hair is my signature kind of piece. I could wear a literal bin bag, but if I've got the hair on, we're easy to go. We're ready. We're ready, darlings.
Red hair is the fit. What can I say?
What can I say? What can I say? I love it. It matches the drapes.
Yeah.
Love the vibes.
I would love to say it's intentional. It was not.
Okay.
Right. What is a fashion trend Chanel would never wear?
A fashion trend that I'll never wear is stuff from the 90s.
Interesting.
I'll be so honest. Like, my vibe is vintage, aesthetic, elegance. Like, I don't want to look grungy.
Yeah,
I don't want to look.
you.
I remember a couple of these challenges on Drag Race. They'd be like dressed like a tramp, and I'd be like, I'm not doing that. I really struggled. I did it, but I didn't feel. I had to be like I had to go. Okay, this is when Chanel was broke in 1946, when the times were tough just after the war, and she moved to Spain.
And she still had the full set and the pearls.
She still had the full set and the pearls and stuff like that. But some of her stuff she didn't wash for a couple of days. Okay, you know that would be the vibe.
Yeah.
That would be the vibe. So that's how I get into that.
Okay, what is something Chanel has worn and regretted?
Ooh. You know, when you've been on a TV show where everyone critiques you for a lot of the stuff that you wear, it's brutal. There was definitely some pieces, I'm not going to name them, but there was definitely some pieces that I regretted wearing on that, because you kind of forget this, they follow you, those images follow you for the rest of your life.
And you see yourself in 360, which actually none of us have any business doing.
Oh my God, you don't want to see the back of this dress. I'm going to be so honest.
I have seen the back of this dress.
She's seen the back of this dress. It's hilarious. But when you're on Drag Race and when you're on camera like that, you have to be like so ready and also trust people enough to be like, what does this back look like? Okay. And some of these girls on that show were not so nice about like, and that's the competition headspace you have to be in. You think people are going to be looking after you. They ain't. So my truth be told, I always have someone I trust in this room. I trust you. I think you would be like, Chanel, you've got something there, and you said it earlier. If I've got something on my teeth, my thing, whatever, we'll look out for each other. That's what real people do. Real girlfriends do that. Okay.
They're honestly not telling someone they have lipstick on their teeth.
Evil. Oh my God, love it.
So, what is the one color? If you could only wear one color for the rest of your life, what would it be?
I love teal.
Ooh.
Teal is the color of diplomacy. Teal is the color of like happiness and joy. Teal is a calming color. And
it's a color I feel I've never seen you wear.
But it's one I will wear if emergencies are needed.
Okay.
I've got a few teal outfits and they're the ones I crack out when I'm like, times be struggling, we need to do a thing here, or we need to go to that or whatever. So I love teal.
And fun story, teal is a colour that suits everybody because it's equally warm and cool.
Wow!
Which I think is magical.
Love that.
Yeah.
Colour theory with me and Alice. We'll tell you what to wear and what not to wear. How about deodorant?
Don't even get me started on colour theory.
We'll not do that.
Now, my final question. I've been asking all my guests here. Miss Mannequin Lady needs a name.
Wow.
We're open to suggestions for a name for Mannequin Lady.
Oh my God.
What would her drag name be?
Emma Royd.
I like it.
Okay. Has a place in my heart. Well, not in my heart, but has a place on me. And I just think it would be Emma's such a beautiful name.
Emma's a lovely name.
So maybe Emma.
Okay, Emma Royd. Adorable. Well, thank you so much, Chanel. This has been insane, but in the best possible way.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much for having me. I love chatting utter shite. Yes. And just having a little like ding 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 on the pods. So it was a pleasure being here. Here, cheers.
Cheers. With our canned water.
Is this gin and tonic? No, darling, it's gin and tonic. Who's Prosecco? It's the finest. Oh.
Cheers.
A tad burnt, but okay. I love it.
Hope we got a nice big glug in the mics there.
Oh, love.
Where can people find you if they want more of the Chanel universe?
Oh my God. Well, you can find me. I love Instagram. That's my kind of kettle of fish. So I'm just on Instagram, Chanel O'Connor. But I also just run around. So keep your eyes peeled on my socials and see what I get up to and come see me at a show. Because that's honestly, when I'm hosting and when I'm chatting shit, that's when I'm in my most happiest place. And I love seeing people. So let's boogie.
Amazing. Thank you so much, Chanel.
Thank you.
Okay, well, clearly I need to up my bin bag game. We're not talking the £1 bin bags, we're talking the £16,000 bin bag dresses.
42 now. Prices are going up.
Well, and if you would like to find more episodes before the price keeps going up, you'll find us on Instagram and TikTok. I would love if you could give us a follow and a subscribe so you can keep up to date with who is going to be joining me in the dressing room next time. Thank you so much. We'll see you then.